Welcome back to Satanic 666, where we dive into the enigmatic realms of spirituality and the supernatural. Today, we're continuing our series, The Origin of Evil, Satan, Lucifer, and the Fallen Angels, but with a twist. We're leaving the familiar territories of Judeo-Christian beliefs to explore how other cultures perceive entities similar to Satan. This episode takes us across the globe, from the sands of ancient Egypt to the spiritual ceremonies of Voodoo and Vodun, illuminating how diverse cultures understand and depict adversarial spirits. Our exploration begins in the heart of ancient Egypt with the deity Set, also known in Greek mythology as Typhon. Set is a figure shrouded in complexity, originally revered as the god of deserts, storms, and disorder. Unlike the demonic figure he's often likened to in modern interpretations, Set was once a respected deity whose roles encompassed both protection and chaos. The saga of Set is marked by his tumultuous relationship with his brother Osiris, the god of fertility and the afterlife. Driven by jealousy, Set commits a heinous act, murdering Osiris. This act sets off a chain of events, with Osiris' son, Horus, seeking vengeance, embodying the perpetual struggle between order and chaos, good versus evil, a motif resonant across many cultures. In the New Kingdom era, Set's image began to transform. From a hero god, he became known as the archetype of betrayal and violence, the first murderer in mythology. This shift, while not fully understood, marked Set as a figure similar to the concept of Satan as an adversary. However, despite this darker persona, Set continued to be invoked for his power and protection, illustrating the duality of his nature. Modern interpretations, especially within certain sects of theistic Satanism, draw parallels between Set and Satan. Groups like the Temple of Set, founded in the 1970s, worship Set not as a devil but as a symbol of individualism and personal strength. This worship underscores a broader theme. The interpretation of such figures varies widely, with each culture and era molding the myths to fit their spiritual and moral frameworks. As we journey further in this episode, we'll explore how similar themes of adversarial spirits appear in Voodoo, Vodun, and African traditional religions, as well as Native American religions. Each culture provides its unique lens on the concept of evil, enriching our understanding of this universal theme. Vodun, the precursor to Voodoo, originated in the region that is now known as Benin, Togo, and parts of Ghana and Nigeria. These areas were culturally rich and spiritually diverse, with communities deeply rooted in animistic practices and a profound respect for the natural world. In these societies, spirituality was part of daily life. People believed in a spiritual world that was highly accessible and interactive. The spiritual beliefs and practices were communal, involving entire communities in rituals and ceremonies that honored various spirits and ancestors. Loa or Loa. Central to Vodun and Voodoo are the spirits known as Loa, in Haiti, or Vodun, in West Africa, which are similar to deities. Each spirit or deity is responsible for a particular aspect of life, such as fertility, agriculture, the sea, health, or death. They are not gods in the Western sense but are intermediaries between the human world and a supreme deity, reflecting a hierarchical but intimately connected spiritual system. In traditional African societies, rituals and ceremonies involving the Vodun are regular aspects of life, used to mark significant events, seek guidance, or solicit aid for problems. These practices include offerings, dance, music, and sometimes animal sacrifices, all meant to engage directly with the spiritual forces. Ancestors hold a place of honor within Vodun practices. They are considered guardians of the family and community, with the power to influence the lives of the living. Respecting and remembering ancestors is essential for maintaining spiritual balance and ensuring their favor. In Vodun, Esu or Alegba was looked at as a devil by missionaries. But those spirits are tricksters at best. In Voodoo, one Loa is often confused as the devil. Baron Samedi, a prominent Loa in Haitian Voodoo, renowned for his governance over death and his flamboyant connection to sexuality. Baron Samedi stands out not just for his distinctive personality and appearance but also for his profound role within the Voodoo spiritual hierarchy. By examining Baron Samedi, we can illuminate the stark contrasts and subtle similarities between this Voodoo spirit and the Western concepts of Satan or other demonic entities. Guardian of the Dead. Baron Samedi is perhaps the most recognized of the Gede Lua, spirits associated with death and fertility. He presides over the crossroads between life and death, ensuring that deceased souls transition safely to the afterlife. In this capacity, he is often invoked during funerals and burial rites to protect the dead from malevolent spirits and ensure their passage is unobstructed. Appearance and persona. Baron Samedi is typically depicted wearing a top hat, black tailcoat, dark glasses, and cotton plugs in his nostrils, similar to the attire and preparation of a corpse for burial. Unlike many Western portrayals of death-related figures, Baron Samedi is also associated with sexuality and procreation. He embodies the belief that death is part of the cycle of life, linked intrinsically to birth and renewal. His sexually charged behaviors serve as reminders of the fertility that balances his role as a guardian of the dead, embodying the continuity between life and death. Unlike the often feared and maligned figure of Satan, who is primarily seen as a tempter and evil incarnate, Baron Samedi is not considered inherently evil. While he can be disturbing and morbid, his actions are not malevolent but rather fulfill necessary functions within the spiritual and physical realms. His role underscores the Voodoo belief in balance and respect for life's natural cycles, contrasting with the purely adversarial nature of Satan in many Western traditions. Both figures oversee domains that are often viewed with caution or fear: death for Baron Samedi and hell for Satan. Additionally, both hold significant sway over human fates and are surrounded by rituals and symbolism rich in cultural meaning. Unlike the monotheistic focus of many Western religions, African traditional religions often involve worship of multiple gods and spirits associated with the natural world, each with specific roles and attributes. Rather than a binary opposition between good and evil, African traditional religions often view moral issues through the lens of balance and harmony within the community. Misfortune and social disruption are frequently attributed to spiritual imbalance or the displeasure of ancestors or spirits, rather than the influence of an inherently evil entity. Rectifying such situations involves rituals to appease these forces and restore harmony. Trickster spirits, such as Anansi from West African folklore, play significant roles in these religions. Anansi, often depicted as a spider, is celebrated for his intelligence and cunning. His stories are rich with themes of ingenuity, survival, and moral lessons, reflecting the values and teachings of the community. These characters are not evil in the conventional sense but are morally complex. They challenge norms, question authority, and provoke thought, often causing trouble but also driving important changes and teaching vital life lessons through their adventures. We turn our focus to the rich spiritual and religious traditions of Native American peoples. Unlike the more centralized belief systems often seen in other parts of the world, Native American spiritual practices are diverse and deeply rooted in the history and culture of each tribe. Native American spirituality encompasses a wide range of beliefs and practices, as there are hundreds of distinct Native American tribes, each with its own spiritual traditions, rituals, and cosmologies. A common thread among many Native American spiritualities is a profound respect for nature and the belief in a deep connection between humanity and the natural world. This connection often manifests through spiritual practices that honor the earth, animals, plants, and celestial bodies. Rather than focusing on a struggle between good and evil, many Native American religions emphasize maintaining balance and living in harmony with the environment. Some tribes conceptualize the world as influenced by dualistic forces that represent different natural and spiritual elements. Common figures in many Native American myths are tricksters like Coyote or Raven, who play roles in creation myths, as culture heroes, or as beings who teach lessons, often through mischievous acts. These figures are complex and multifaceted, embodying qualities that are both beneficial and troublesome to humans. Unlike the demonic or purely evil figures in some other religions, trickster figures in Native American traditions often serve to teach important cultural and life lessons through their stories. They challenge the status quo, questioning and reshaping the world. Many Native American spiritual practices involve community ceremonies that include music, dance, and rituals. These ceremonies are vital for reinforcing the social and spiritual health of the community. In many tribes, shamans or other spiritual leaders play a crucial role in mediating between the community and the spiritual world. They conduct rituals, heal, and are often responsible for maintaining the balance and health of their people. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening exploration of how concepts akin to Satan are viewed in Voodoo, Vodun, African traditional religions, and Native American societies. We hope this episode has broadened your perspective on the diversity of spiritual beliefs around the world and challenged the conventional understanding of what constitutes an evil entity. If you enjoyed this journey into the spiritual beliefs of different cultures, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Satanic 666. Your participation helps us bring these deep dives into the unknown to all who seek knowledge. Leave us a comment below with your thoughts or questions, or suggest what other topics we should explore. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and as always, embrace the darkness within. Tune in for our next episode, where we continue to uncover the mysteries of the supernatural. Subscribe now, and never miss an exploration with Satanic 666.